In the end, when it's over, all that matters is what you've done. Without knowledge, skill cannot be focused. Without skill, strength cannot be brought to bear, and without strength, knowledge may not be applied. True love never has a happy ending, because there is no ending to true love. I am not afraid of an army of lions led by a sheep, I am afraid of an army of sheep led by a lion. Through every generation of the human race there has been a constant war, a war with fear. Those who have the courage to conquer it are made free, and those who are conquered by it are made to suffer until they have the courage to defeat it, or death takes them. Bury my body and don't build any monument. Keep my hands out so that people know the one who won the world had nothing in hand when he died. There is nothing impossible to him who will try. I would rather live a short life of glory than a long one of obscurity. Let us conduct ourselves so that all men wish to be our friends and all fear to be our enemies. With the right attitude, self-imposed limitations vanish. I would rather live a short life of glory than a long one of obscurity. Toil and risk are the price of glory, but it is a lovely thing to live with courage and die leaving an everlasting fame. I am indebted to my father for living, but to my teacher for living well. There are so many worlds and I have not yet conquered even one. Youths of the Macedonians and of the Hellenic and of the Corinthians and of all the Hellenic peoples, join your fellow soldiers and entrust yourselves to me, so that we can move against the barbarians and liberate ourselves from the Persian bondage. For as Greeks we should not be slaves to barbarians. There is something noble in hearing myself ill spoken of, when I am doing well. I had rather excel others in the knowledge of what is excellent, than in the extent of my power and dominion. Now you fear punishment and beg for your lives, so I will let you free, if not for any other reason so that you can see the difference between a Greek king and a barbarian tyrant. So do not expect to suffer any harm from me. A king does not kill messengers. Are you still to learn that the end and perfection of our victories is to avoid the vices and infirmities of those whom we subdue? Heaven cannot brook two sons, nor earth two masters. Sex and sleep alone make me conscious that I am mortal. I am involved in the land of a leonine and brave people, where every foot of the ground is like a well of steel. Confronting my soldier. You have brought only one son into the world, but everyone in this land can be called an Alexander. As for a limit to one's labors, I, for one, do not recognize any for a high-minded man, except that the labors themselves should lead to noble accomplishments. I do not steal victory. Your ancestors came to Macedonia and the rest of Hellas, Greece, and did us great harm, though we had done them no prior injury. I have been appointed leader of the Greeks, and wanting to punish the Persians I have come to Asia, which I took from you. Holy shadows of the dead, I'm not to blame for your cruel and bitter fate, but the accursed rivalry which brought sister nations and brother people to fight one another. I do not feel happy for this victory of mine. On the contrary, I would be glad, brothers, if I had all of you standing here next to me, since we are united by the same language, the same blood and the same visions. A tomb now suffices him for whom the whole world was not sufficient. I am dying with the help of too many physicians. I send you of mustard seed, that you may taste and acknowledge the bitterness of my victory. We of Macedon for generations past have been trained in the hard school of danger and war,